discuss self-care, self-love, natural cosmetics, natural beauty, and most of all, how to feel good in your own skin. My name is Teja. I'm the founder of Butter Be Kind Natural Cosmetics, and I will be your host. Make sure to become a part of our amazing community by subscribing to this podcast. In that way, you'll be the first one who knows when a new episode drops out. Our community is always open for new suggestions, new questions. Every month, we will be covering a new topic, so make sure to let us know what you want to hear about next. Enjoy the new episode. Hi, and welcome to the new episode of Butter Be Kind podcast. My name is Teja. I'm the founder of Butter Be Kind, and I am your host for today. Today, I will share with you 5 ways how you can start loving yourself more, how you can start connecting with yourself more today and on a regular basis. So I will share 5 tips that helped me build a better connection with myself, a deeper connection with myself, and it also helped me feel better in my own skin. So without further introduction, I will just jump into the first tip that I have for you, and that is acceptance. Sometimes it's hard to accept your body. It's hard to accept maybe your skin, whatever imperfections you might see in the reflection in the mirror. But despite all of that, the sooner that you will accept who you are, how you look like, the sooner that you will start learning how to love all your perfect imperfections, the easier it's going to be for you to really, really feel good in your skin, in your body, in your life. And this will reflect in any other area of your life as well. How to practice self-acceptance? For me, it worked really well that every time in the morning, for example, when we go brush our teeth or wash our face, put our face cream on, to just look yourself in the eyes. This is such a powerful tool. And tell yourself, I accept you. I love you. I am grateful for you. And these 3 sentences might not seem as much, but if you do that every time you look in the mirror and you catch your eyes in the mirror, something will start changing and moving inside of you. Just try it. And trust me, you will be surprised how this practice is so simple, yet so powerful. The second tip, the second way you can start loving yourself more, you can start connecting with yourself more, is to make time for yourself. I know we are all busy. We live in such a fast-paced world. Some of you might be already parents or have multiple jobs that you have to go to on a single day. But still, there are gaps in between where you have time, where you could make time for yourself. This doesn't have to be much. It can be taking time for yourself can mean that you put on your favorite song and just dance to it. If that's 3 minutes, it's 3 minutes. It's 3 minutes that are just for you to dance it off, to shake it off, maybe to sing along, whatever works for you. I always suggest you take more time for yourself, maybe half an hour or an hour in the morning or in the evening, where you can go for a walk, make a meditation, connect with yourself, connect with your breath, maybe do some yoga, do some breathing exercises, whatever it is. But if you feel like you don't have this kind of time right now, then the other option is the best for you. It's a few minutes where you just enjoy yourself, where you just turn off all the noise, everything that's happening in your life right now, and just be. Just dance, sing, whatever it is. Maybe you can just sit and that's it. Maybe that's what you need. And the third way that I really, really, really love, and I think it's so, so important, is to set boundaries. This is setting boundaries. I know it might sound shocking, but setting boundaries is a way how you can connect with yourself more. Usually, especially women or parents, have difficulty saying no to some tasks, or to their children, to their maybe co-workers, partners, whoever it is. Setting boundaries in the outside world will make you appreciate yourself more. By setting a boundary, we actually tell ourselves, tell the other person, and tell the universe, no, I need this time for myself. I am going to use this time to do something for myself. Setting boundaries is really, really important. And it's not always easy. I'm not saying it is. But it's essential, because it gives you, once you set a boundary, it gives you the sense of, okay, I am important to myself. My time is, I treasure, I appreciate my time and energy. And I am responsible for how I feel. This is what setting boundaries is. And sometimes setting boundaries means that you say no to a traditional meetup of friends that you arrange. It can be something that you do on a regular basis. But if you don't feel like it, you just have to say no. And you have to take care of yourself first. Even if it sounds egoistic, it's actually not. It's setting boundaries. And by setting boundaries, you will see that you will have more time to do what actually inspires you, to do what you actually love to do. And by setting boundaries, you make space for yourself. You don't let other people's opinions, agendas run over you. And this is so important. Before I dive too deep into the boundaries, let's hop on the fourth tip that I have for you. This is a more practical one, maybe a bit easier. Take yourself on a date. You can do that today, tomorrow, next week, whenever. If you haven't done it before, then you might be asking yourself now, what the heck does she mean by that? You actually take yourself on a date. You go alone to the cinema, or you take yourself for ice cream, or you take yourself for matcha latte that you love so much, or maybe a dinner, a really fancy dinner. Whatever it is, you take yourself on a date. You get dressed, you put your makeup on if you wear makeup. You don't have to. You make your hair and you go on a date. Why? Because with everything that's happening in our world, in our days, in our jobs, in our lives, in our families, we forget to connect with ourselves. We often forget who we are. And we're like, what do I actually want in my life? Who am I? What are my passions? What are my hobbies? And taking yourself on a date is a nice opportunity where you can rediscover who you are and just spend some time with yourself. If you often get bored when you are alone, that just means that you are disconnected from your from yourself. You're disconnected from who you are and what you actually desire deep inside in your heart. So spend time with yourself, take yourself on a date, pamper yourself. Maybe you take yourself to a spa. There's so many different things you can do. Or maybe taking yourself on a date means that you make yourself a bathtub. You make a nice face mask, pour yourself some champagne, and just enjoy the evening by yourself. This is also a date with yourself. Take time to do that. And I promise that you will feel completely different after you do something like that. My fifth tip for you is actually similar to this one, to the one I've been talking about now. But it is actually a task where you have to write yourself a letter. Write yourself a letter. I know letters are cheesy, romantic, and we totally forgot that they ever existed. But letters are amazing, especially letters to yourself. Write yourself a letter. Write yourself, it can be a letter on appreciation letter, what you appreciate about yourself. It could be a letter of who you want to become, what kind of version you want to become. Maybe it's a letter where you already are describing your future as if you are already living it. It can be whatever you desire or whatever you feel inside, that you just don't know how to express. It could be apologizing to yourself for not taking time, for not making the time to take care of yourself. It could be just a short letter. I love you. Or maybe you write yourself a poem. I don't know. This is different for every single one of us. But again, the key is that you make the time, you take the time to sit down and start writing. And even if you don't know right now what you would be writing about, just set a date, set a time. I will write myself a letter today in the evening, and then just do it. Just do it without overthinking. Sit down and write. Dear Teja. And you will see how the words will start flowing through you. And that's the point. And this is what it's all about. I am 100% sure that if you do one of those practices, or maybe you try all 5 of them, and then let me know which one was your favorite and which one worked the best for you. But what I am sure about is that if you try these practices, you will see a difference. You will see that something inside of you is different. You will see that you feel different. You will feel more ease, confidence, love for yourself. And this is what it's all about. Once you accept and love yourself as you are, with all your imperfections, in all your uniqueness, you will see that the world around you will start changing. That's why it's so important that we love ourselves, that we are gentle with ourselves, that we don't boss around ourselves all the time. I often see how mean we are to ourselves, how mean these inner voices. Oh, see, you didn't do that again. You could have done it better. Blah blah blah. No, change the tune. Change the tone. Change the way you speak with yourself. Change the way you treat yourself. And these 5 ways that I was just telling you about are perfect for you to start really deepening that connection with yourself, with your body, and to start embodying the version of yourself that you want to become. Because I'm sure that every single one of us, and you that you are listening to this podcast, I'm sure that you want to become a better version of yourself tomorrow than you are today. I hope this episode gave you some new ideas, new tools on how you can become a better version of yourself, on how you could be more satisfied, comfortable, and happy in your own skin. Let me know if you did the practices, and don't forget to share the episode with the people you love, with your friends, with your family, whoever you know that needs to take some time for themselves. Join our conscious community of Butter Be Kind and subscribe to this podcast so that you will be the first one to know when our new episode is out the next time. I will have a special guest on my podcast, so make sure to tune in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, and I can't wait to share the next episode with you. Enjoy!